what we've been doing out in the communities is about just being present, showing the people that we real. The motto is going to take us to save us. With that being said, and doing the work and out in the communities and building, shall I, a presence and showing the people that we are active and we are involved. Whether it's passing out masks, passing out hand sanitizer, feeding the homeless, and then even today giving out socks and toothpaste, sanitizer to our people, our homeless brothers and sisters that's living on the side of the expressways, that's living under the viaducts in our communities. Um, Even if you see these people and you're able to just give a meal, a sandwich, although you may not be able to feed everyone, just to be able to pull over and get someone a meal, I think that goes a long way, at least in building the self-esteem of those individuals who's down on their luck or who might be suffering for some form of mental illness and just need us to be a part of that. So with that being said, Mike, and not talking about too much of our internal stuff, just what it is that we in our building out of community outreach, community engagement, and you being a part of that. How do that feel? And then what have you seen as a result of us reaching out to the people and being a part of their lives in that way?
I mean, for me, I'm a natural giver. It's part of who I am. So for me, it's fun.
Right.
I like
right.
to me, I look at it as a game. I try to push the guys to, be more involved, to take it seriously, to, just have fun with it. Have fun being out there helping the people. Um, I like just seeing all the guys' faces that's helping out there. We pick up trash, and it's sometimes it don't smell good. We out there dealing with rats and feces, and and God knows what else is in that stuff out there. But we glove up, we mask up, we out there, and we just be in it. It's just all fun to me. To be out here and help clean up your own community, clean up your own backyard, so to speak. And as a people out here living in this community, aesthetically, you should want to be able to see this place looking a lot better. You don't go to certain neighborhoods, aka white neighborhoods, and see this trash and filth and vacant lots and abandoned buildings and graffiti and trash just everywhere. You don't see that in their community because they care about their community. They have resources for their community. We have a lot of underprivileged, underserved, financially strapped people out here. So a lot of times people in our community, we don't care. But we got to start caring. We got to start, taking the bull by the horns and taking care of our own stuff. It's like when I was growing up, I remember those were one of my lessons. Take care of your stuff. Take care of your toys, because you may not get another to next Christmas or your birthday. So we live in this neighborhood. We may not get another neighborhood. We may not get another playground. But the other day we went out here on 87, and this trash was 87 in the Dan Ryan, right? About maybe State Street and Wentworth.
Along with Karen Hicks, them and a few good women.
And a few good women, their organization. And we got in there. And it was trash, looked like it'd been out there 2-3 years, or at least a few summers. And it was cake. You know how that stuff
smelled like a dead body.
Yeah, it definitely did. And we was all out there, and we had guys, they was helping. So that's all we could do is, and what was that saying you said about many hands, few work?
Yeah.
So I understood that. Ty said that to the guys before we went out there. Many hands, few work. From my interpretation.
So when you got so many people doing service, and initially it seemed like a whole bunch of trash.
Absolutely.
But when you got tens of 20 and 30 people,
it's easy.
It's like we only just picking up one piece of paper.
Absolutely.
And that's real.
Absolutely. So we out there we 20, 30 deep, and it take us a half hour to clean up a block and a half, all the way up and down, block this way, block that way, block east and west. We'll knock it out. And it's all good. It's all love. We out here. We looking for, some help. We looking for some resources, some garbage bags, gloves, all that stuff we need to get our job done. We need that. So,
and if you want to volunteer, you go to eccsc.org and eccsc.chicago. Is that at Gmail? Right? Yes, eccsc email.chicago if you would like to also leave your information and your name. So we really look forward, as Mike said, the participation and help. And we're going to talk more about some things, but real quick, trash. Our communities, as the old timer said, that was speaking about that. When your community is filthy, it represents, the thinking of our community,
for sure,
our people. And oftentimes, when you don't protect things, you don't really care about it.
Absolutely.
When you don't preserve things, you don't really care about it. As you know how, I always say that old saying, people will put the best oil in their car,
right,
and put the worst food in their bodies.
Ooh-wee.
So it's like, where's our thinking in that regards? Mm-hmm. Like, if we would put the best oil in our car, why not put the best food in the bodies that's irreplaceable? Absolutely. You can replace a car.
Absolutely.
You can replace an engine.
Absolutely.
But when you destroy your internals, then there's no replacing of that.
Absolutely.
But listen, I got a call coming in, and listen, we're gonna call her. Come in. You're on the Frontline show, Tyrone Muhammad. Speak.
Well, hello, Kings. How are you all?
That's Karen.
What's up, Miss Karen Hicks?
You know, I had to call in and send a shout out. Let me tell you something. We started at 9:30 down by the beauty supply, right?
Yeah.
We went all the way down.
Real quick, Karen, prep the people before you go to that. Prep the people what it was about, your process, and what inspired you and how the process, and then go to what we give you a few minutes to talk about what it was that we got into.
Well, in 2016, I do transportation, and by me traveling all over the state of Illinois, I really didn't know that the north side and the south side really was being treated unfair. And I started witnessing unbelievable trash. So I started keeping garbage bags in my car. We get out the car, clean up. Had a couple of cleanups. I even brought the Bucket Boys on Truth Radio a couple of times where I had made them some signs that say, "We'll give you a beat for a treat as we clean the street." But of course, nice. I told them they would be famous with that, but they're doing their own thing. So my goal, 87th Street, is like a pickup spot for me. And it just irritates me to see the trash on the expressway, the trash around the mall, Home Depot, filthy. And, I made plenty of calls. I've sent letters. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. But my goal was I would really like to just clean that up. Just clean it up. I go in these stores, I get them to clean up campaign. So you did a cleanup, last week?
Yes, ma'am.
And you filmed it. And it brought tears to my eyes because, I don't get on live all the time. I do a lot of stuff. I don't be wanting to turn on no camera. But to actually see somebody cleaning up, I said, wow, I wish I could get you all to come over here to 87th Street and let's clean this 87th Street up. So 87th Street has been a personal passion of mine. To see that clean, to take the pictures, to tell CTA we need clean windows, we need clean bus stops, buses, light posts, hydrants. It was just a blessing. But to see so many people, just regular, everyday people, no titles, no organizations, just regular people, old, young, come out. And we had started at the beauty supply. We went all the way down. We went all the way over to the train station, all the way around to the stores. But that last section, over there with the Bucket Boys right across from Seaway. We got told everybody, I said, come on, y'all, we got to tackle this. Ken was about to get in his car and go. I said, Ken, come on, help me, please. Let's get this done. Anyway, when we got over there, you could see everybody's tired because we've been working. To see you all pull up, how many cars deep was it?
Hey, man, not enough.
However many cars deep, it just shows that the universe was very pleased. Because as I was standing there, I said, if I got to clean this up by myself, I got to finish this because that was their goal. And to see you all pull up and to help participate in something that's been a vision and a dream of mine since 2016 was just letting me know it's our time. And then the greatest part about it is Ken found $100, and I think one of your guys found $100.
Yes.
But you ain't heard the key of it. There was a guy sleeping on the bench over there on the other side where the duty supply is at. So he got mad because we woke him up, but I didn't know there was somebody on the bench. So I went in my car. I got about $20. And I said, I apologize. Go get you something to eat. You know what that brother turned around and said to me?
What?
He said, anytime you can be out here cleaning up, I want to donate this back to you. I just stood there in tears. I gave it back to him. I said, no, you take it. But he was willing to donate that 20 back to me because he had never seen nobody come out and clean up like that. So Monday, that was a desire of my heart that got fulfilled. And I would be less than a queen to not call in and tell you kings, thank you. Because Donald Trump said, let's make America great again. How about we make our Black communities great again?
And I've been saying that. I've been saying that forever. Make America great. Make our hoods great.
For real.
Make our communities great.
Yes, and we can do it. And at this point in my life, I'm not into attacking anybody because it speaks for itself. When I say look out the front door, we know the people that was in charge didn't do it. And we could go all day fighting. And I'm not into that. Right now, I'm into doing the work. I don't care how big, how small. As we begin to do it and we make these stores clean, their windows and the fire hydrants out of demand this. And I really believe it's our time right now because yesterday you had to be out there to feel and see the energy. And I just want to say once again, thank you, Tyrone Muhammad and ECCEC.
You SC, don't be messing my stuff up.
Yeah, it was too many vowels.
ECCS.
You want to too many vowels.
ECCSC. You know I'm fast, I had to practice. But I just wanted to call in and just say, thank you guys for showing up because when we got to that side, we were burned out. And to see you guys pull up as deep as you all did, and I want everybody to know this money came out of our pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
It didn't come from anybody. We didn't ask nobody for anything. Matter of fact, that bum, that homeless man that was sitting on that bench wanted to donate back the money that I gave him to go eat with. And this is just the beginning of many more days. And I ask everybody, pick a block. Pick a block and just go out there every day with a bag. And I guarantee you, people will see you and our people will quit throwing trash out the window because my purpose of doing this is to bring awareness up. It's not to shame anybody, but it's to bring awareness up. Hey, I love you. Get on with your show.
All right. Thank you. Listen, it's a hotline, baby. It's a hotline. They was calling in while we was Karen was holding the mic. Hey, Karen, listen, I appreciate you and your humility as it relates to the cleaning. But yeah, some people need to be shamed. People need to be shamed.
Indeed.
The businesses need to be shamed. These businesses, there's an ordinance that businesses have to clean up around the places where we do business. See, I'm not just talking about cleaning up in the sense of just cleaning up trash, but they need to clean them doggone looting boards up off our community businesses as well. Those businesses, they look raggedy. Why should the people respect anything? Even the businesses look abandoned. They got boards up. If you're so afraid of our community doing something to your place of business, why you have insurance? If you're so afraid of us and our community and what's happening in these communities, then you should get away from us. You should get away from our communities. I want to let all the hello. You're welcome to the Frontline show. Your own talk with you. You all come first.
Yes, hello, this is Takia.
How you doing, Takia?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
This is Takia, my daughter, Takia.
Yes, sir, it is.
How you doing, princess?
Doing good. I'm doing good. I just wanted to say I'm proud of everything you're doing for the community, and you're doing a great job. And keep it up.
Thank you, daughter. But you call me later. I love you.
Love you too.
All right. So now y'all get me all emotional. My daughter calling in, pride and joy of our men, our women, and our daughters, and our women, and our grandmothers, and our aunties, and everything. And most of what we do at ECCSC is because we know we violated our community, we violated our women folks, and we still, please forgive us, ladies, we still learning how to be better men. I don't know if I ever win, but I'm fighting. Once again, hey, welcome to the Frontline show. Go ahead, state your name, purpose.
Hi, this is Nicole Benton. I'm calling in from Atlanta, Georgia. Earlier.
Wow.
Hey, Miss Benton, how you doing, sister?
I am well. I am enjoying what you guys are saying. There needs to be more talks like these in our communities to bring awareness to the things that we need to do. So,
also, while you're on the phone, I just want to thank you for offering and extending your service, your hand in service towards ECCSC, and what it is that what you would like to provide in terms of how you can help ECCSC gets to the point or stage that we're building out towards. And I appreciate you just saying, thank you for offering your time and your talent.
Oh, no worries. Thank you. I really, again, I applaud you guys for what you are doing. We need more people who are conscious about the needs of our communities, and not just conscious of it, but actually taking the steps to do something about it. One of the things that I try to teach a lot is that we are the change in our communities. It just takes us to come together and create, a plan and then actually do it. We can't expect the government or anybody else to do things for us, but we also have to understand that the government works for us too. And a lot of people are either too caught up in their own world, but then when things drop down in front of them, and it's like, oh, I can't believe it, but we really have the power to bring our communities up. And just in reference to what you guys were talking about, as far as the trash and the people who have these businesses in our communities, we have the power to create the necessary steps for people to do what they're supposed to do. It's just that there's strength in numbers, and it's going to take, all of the forces that you have. And so I just want to help you bring the like-minded people, your tribe, together, because I believe you have the right voice. I believe that the steps that you have already taken is catching what needs to be caught. And I ain't saying not even saying that in the physical sense, just the spirit of it, if that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am. So I appreciated you calling in, and thank you, and we'll be in touch.
Yes, sir. Y'all be blessed. Okay.
Yeah.
So Miss Benton, she's offered to help us build out like different program systems, and she deals with administration. She works for the government. She worked for the government, and she's worked for various corporations, just establishing administration practices and things that allow us to get at certain metrics So that, and even writing metrics that allow us to show even the little things that we do that often go unnoticed, but they are really things that's important to build out program, whether it's mental health, emotional wellness, and all those things. But yeah, I thank her, and she offered to volunteer in February to come from Atlanta to meet with our team. So
in February?
In February.
Okay.
So yes, hello, how you doing? Frontline show, Intellectual Radio. Who's speaking?
Hi, this little J Head activist calling from Memphis, Tennessee.
Uh-oh. How you doing, man? I'm sorry to hear about your home, man. We saw it on live and it broke our heart.
I am calling, Tyrone, to really thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do for the community.
Man, you don't have to thank me. I was born to do it. But you the one have a heavy heart right now, even with girly girl. You know, I have my little puppy son, Cream. I can't imagine him dying in a fire. I couldn't imagine that, and what you're going through after that. You you got our support here in Chicago on my end as it relates to us doing a GoFundMe or anything that we talked about already. We got enough. You have enough love in this city for the work you do in Memphis. In terms of social justice, and the like. So, sister, man, you got anything you want to say to the people? Give them a link, how they can go to your GoFundMe, offer a link up, or even post it on the Facebook Live right now.
Yes, thank you, Tyrone. If you're willing to help me and my mother in this time of need, my Cash App is $BBURESS, and my PayPal is BBURESS@gmail.com. And if you can afford to do a monetary gift, I am actually in need of everything for a home. I lost everything. So if you want, you can mail towels. I just need everything. To P.O. Box 27104, Memphis, Tennessee 38167. And I appreciate everyone showing me love. I've had an outpouring of monetary gifts and mailings. I appreciate everything that everyone's doing for me, using their platforms to reach out to Dreadhead family here in Memphis. And I just want to try to remain strong and continue to do the work in my community. And Tyrone, you are one of my mentors, whether you know it or not. We share your work, and I want you to continue to be a strong, positive role model for our men out here, King.
Thank you, sister. Well, we know the work you do in Memphis, and we love the collaboration, and we got you in our prayers. Plus, we're also going to put our hands where our mouth at, or is. So thank you for calling in. I'm sorry to hear about girly girl. It breaks my heart. I can't even imagine. I love my puppy son, and I can't imagine nothing happening to him, and I'll be okay. So, all right, sister. We love you. I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Hey, man, that's sad. You can't. Your animal becomes an extension of your family, for real. Cause I don't call man. You laugh if you go get in trouble.
Home, Sophie,
right? So and I can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside watching my puppy burn up. My family extension burn, but me going up in there to try to find them. See, that's the type of crazy stuff I'll be trying to do.
Phones jumping tonight, ain't they?
Phone jumping. So with that being said, we got another caller. You're on the Frontline show. Go ahead, caller.
What's up, Tyrone?
Hey, who this?
This is Brent.
Hey, what's up, Brent? Hey, Mike.
What's up, Brent?
Hey, y'all, before Brent even say anything, man, I just want to commend Brent. A lot of you see these T-shirts me and Mike have on. and all of the masks and stuff. Brent actually print those up for us, and I'm gonna make him put his information in this live so he could get some more business.
There it is.
And also, he is responsible for a lot of the young men. He have a lot of young men under him in the basketball camps and program, his mentor program and everything. He inspired me to be a better mentor and a role model to these young men. So go ahead, Brent, talk.
I was sitting here watching you as I went to the Alden office today.
Yes, sir.
And get so home because, every winter, me and my young people get out and we shovel for the elderly in our community.
Right.
It was just something that was laid on my heart. But then when we reached out to the same particular alderman, asked for help, the same, I don't know if it was that guy, but it was another guy, literally cussed us out for asking to help in our community.
Probably the same guy that came out and told the sister, what do she want? A trophy for cleaning up the neighborhood? And these people are a part of his staff in his office. They office staff member telling community members who perform a duty or a service that they should be doing as well, or providing an opportunity for others to do.
What's his name?
Disrespected the sister.
What's his name?
We're gonna go find his name. We're going back. So we're gonna disrespect the sister. And he's always, this particular guy is belligerent. They arrogant because they stay in these offices and these jobs for so long that they think that they own them and the people work for them when they work for the people. Continue, Brent. My bad. I got emotional.
You're good, Tyrone. Because I stay in the ward.
Right.
I'm on 87, so I do a lot with my young people. Most people see the aspect of, they just playing basketball, but it's not just basketball. It's about being able to engage these young people, because you can talk to them until they blue.
Right.
If you don't engage them, you can't teach them or mentor them. So basketball is the part that, okay, I want to play basketball. So once I get you in, now I can have a conversation with you about life, how to take the things that's been taught on the court to be used in everyday life. So it's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for years. Been living in the same ward, and I didn't realize how many young people I was impacting. But the work that you were doing, they watch. And so you have to continue to do what you do, because when they get in trouble, when they done wrong, let me call Tyrone. They gotta have somebody where they feel they can talk to. My job is not the same. My job is being able to help them make decisions and also help them be able to reach a resource. So everybody has their own part in this. And if we don't do our part in this, one person is going to be burnt out. Right. I was at a point where I was like, man, I'm ready to give up. But then I started seeing my young people hurt. I see them crying, committing suicide. These young people, we want to look at them and judge them, but most of them are depressed. They dealing with depression, and depression is so real to be 16, 24 years old. These kids are, and no one is really listening to them. So that's why I do what I do. I teach my team is called Team Dynasty, but my organization is called Back to the Basics.
Right.
We have to teach our young people the basic fundamentals of life so that when they grow up, their foundation is solid and they can deal with anything that comes towards them.
Thank you, brother. You know I love you, man, and what you do and your wife and the collaboration that we already have, but most definitely when we figure out how to shovel some of this snow this winter.
Tell Brent I need a couple.
Hey, hope it's not too much.
Brent, I need a couple extra large shirts, man.
Hey, you know, these extra large shirts. I guess he try to grow out the boys he got. But we appreciate you, brother. And all, we joke, but we this serious work, bro. And many days I want to give up because often it seems like the resources is not there, and we put all our own effort and resources, and I know how much resources of your own you put in it. So I know what that means when you can do all this work, you saving lives, you pushing these shorties from a life of violence, shootings and drug activity to being young men, strong young men, and you would think that people would be rushing to provide you with resources, but it's so unfortunate that it seems like we're in a quicksand, uh, trying to swim. Thank you, brother.
And before
Go ahead.
I go, Tyrone,
Yeah.
I wanted to also mention the T-shirts and the things that when people are requesting me to make T-shirts, it's not just me; it's the young people. That's how we keep. My program is 100% free to these young people.
Right.
That is how we able to continue to give them nice things, to travel with them by doing. We're not begging for, or we're not even asking. We're working. We're working. Here you go. You want these T-shirt made? Let me teach you how to. And then let me do this. And this is a donation. And it's also giving you what you ask. And it also teaches the kids how to become entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir.
That's my whole thing.
You got a well-rounded program, and I like the school y'all got over there, man, for our young folks. So let's keep it moving, man, and then we're gonna build, and we're gonna build together, and we're gonna let the whole world know how much we love our community. All right, brother. Thank you for tuning in. So, real quick before we go on to the next caller, we're gonna take a quick break. And we'll be back in a few minutes. So, tell somebody to love somebody, to help somebody. This is IntellectualRadio.com, Frontline Show. Tyrone Muhammad, Mike Creighton. Come on back. Welcome back once again. This is the Frontline Show, Intellectual Radio. Thank you once again for tuning in and calling in. We really appreciate it. So, Mike, we were talking about them aldermen, right? I'm trying to figure out a way, and I've been following this structure pretty good.
No, tell them what you did first.
Okay.
Tell them what you did.
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. This is the key. This is for real, right? So we took as y'all know, if you saw the live, we cleaned up all the debris off the 87th Street, Dan Ryan, the corner. So it was time to throw the trash away. And in throwing the trash away, Ward Soup, he wanted to pick up the bags. And I told him absolutely not. I told them people I was still young. I jumped the fence. The
Ward Soup part of waste management, they just pick up.
They pick up the trash, but I jumped it with we not getting. We taking these bags to the warden's office. I mean the alderman's office. And he said, "Why you want to do that? The truck's coming around to pick them up." I said, "Because of this. If these aldermen can ride past trash, and it's acceptable in our community for them to ride past all this debris, all this trash, and it doesn't bother them, then it shouldn't bother them if we as citizens, as the community, clean up the trash that they ride by and dump it in front of the office. That should be acceptable, right? I don't think nothing is wrong with that. And who thinks I'm wrong with? Call in if you think I'm wrong. I would really love to hear your opinion on that. But it's no way in the world we could continue to accept our dirty communities and these wardens, aldermen, not be responsible for the trash that creates prison-like mentalities
Absolutely.
in our communities.
Now, when he
Go
first told me about it, initially my first instinct was like, "What?" Because I was out there with him, and we had the guys. I'm in charge of the guys, so he told me, "Mike, tell him to grab the garbage, and we taking it to the alderman's office, put it on his front desk, because they like trash out here. So we gonna see if they like trash on their front lawn." So I'm like, sounds like a great idea to me. So I got to roll with my man. So a part of me was saying, is this, you always go to that, what filters into your mind of conscious of what's right and what's wrong. And in me filtering that, I didn't think too much wrong with it, because when he just said it the same way he just explained it, that's what he told me in real time. Like, man, they can live with and ride past this trash, then we should be able to put it in front of them. So we literally put, and my first instinct was like, I don't want to put this damn trash in my car. I don't want this. But I'm like, I got to go. I'm a soldier, so I got to go. We got to go back. So I'm like, hey, God, put the trash in the car. But one of my cars is one of the cars that we drove we drove like 5 cars out there. So we put the trash in the car. We literally drove to the alderman's office, dropped it right on his front steps. And technically, the ordinance says that if you tie the bag up, it's just delivery.
So you hear what he said?
Dropping off, it's not throwing trash out. We deliver it. So like Amazon. We Amazon now. We got straight trash.
I guess we're gonna have to be an Amazon for this
delivery trash.
So all y'all out there listening, let your wardens of y'all community know.
We Amazon now.
Real quick, in case the people don't know what we're talking about when I say wardens. Okay, there are these people who we elect from communities, and they're called wards. So they over these wards stretch certain communities. So by them being wards in our communities and our thinking and our behavior and everything seem like, and the overly policing of our community seem like a prison. Since they're called wards, it is more than applicable to call them wardens, because they over wards. And our communities are a prison. Our people are in prison in their own thoughts, minds, and condition. So they are the wardens over these prisons that are our communities. Indeed. I just wanted to get that clarified to y'all, so that when you hear people talking about wardens, y'all know I coined it. I coined that they are wardens in our community. Use it. I ain't worried about it. Maybe we need to make some t-shirts. Get rid of all wardens. From the prison system, we come from a prison system led by wardens to a community of prison led by wardens. Our whole community, our whole mindset, our whole ideas, our whole condition, the way we treat each other is about being in prison.
And the same rules apply. I remember being in prison, and you see a warden, which you rarely see him a lot of times. You see him, and you say, "Hey, warden, I got this issue." And they oftentimes they might pull a pad out and say,
pull a pad out.
What's your name?
What's your name?
And all the time, it's a spin move, because he's going to say, I'm going to look into that. And that's what they do out here. When you got an issue in the community, they pull their pen out.
Get with the lieutenant.
Yeah, get with the
lieutenant. What they do is get with our ward suit or get with this person.
And I'll look into that.
So with that, I just wanted to preface that, so that when you hear me say wardens, know that I'm talking about so-called aldermen. See, these people, man, we live in a society that don't like confrontation. They don't like confrontation, but yet they'll complain about everything under the sun, but would never sit back to do nothing or offer a hand, not even not even advice on how, or listen, not even $1 towards the change they want to see.
Right.
Not $1 towards the change they want to see. So when y'all hear us saying that and talking about that, let these wardens know that we're going to hit all these wards. Listen, you know the best thing can happen for these people right now?
Mm-hmm.
Snow is coming.
Oh, yeah.
Snow is coming. So snow hides the filth and the trash.
Right.
Snow has a cleansing effect on our community because everything is white.
Right.
But underneath that,
it's trash.
It's trash and filth until the next summer.
Right.
Then when the snow melt, we see all the
trash,
the impurities and the filth of our community all over again, man. That festers underwater, under heat, that gives us that smell we was dealing with when we was picking that trash up for all these months. So what I'm saying is we're gonna pick up. Hopefully we got another day in us. Because we're going to take this trash and we're going to dump it in front of, we're going to deliver it.
Same day delivery.
In front of City Hall.
Got Amazon trash for you.
Y'all welcome to join us. We're going to figure out these communities. We're going to create 4 or 5 different crews, different parts of the city. We're going to coordinate. Hopefully we get one more warm day to do it. And we dumping this trash. Oh, my bad. We Amazoning it,
we bagging it up,
UPSing it, and we sending it to the warden's office, the big warden,
and see if they like it.
No, that would be the deputy director.
The
mayor would be the deputy director of the prisons of the. Absolutely. So they are the wardens, and the mayor is the deputy director of our communities over the wards. So we all communities are a prison. So we about to start acting like this is real, because these communities has a unique way of preparing our sons and daughters for prison. Mm-hmm. They already being prepped to go to prison. Yeah. They already being overly policed. And they already see inequities and injustice, the same thing you see in prison, because it's a dictatorship.
Got no community centers, no jobs, but they got a lot of prisons.
No community center.
None.
But when you always say that, you say, show me a community center
in Chicago
that's larger than the prison.
I don't know one with an operating budget of a multi-million-dollar budget like they got.
It's not one.
It's like almost like you preparing for people to go to jail. You not prevention is better than cure. You ain't preventing them from going to jail by giving these kids something to do during COVID, during these dire times right now. You still got these prisons operating though. I just got on one of my brothers in prison. Yeah,
big
business. But you ain't got no community. There's no community center in Chicago as big as a prison operating budget right now. But that's the cure for a lot of the violence that they got. They don't have nothing. No money geared towards prevention. They got all their money geared towards prisons, cures for something that ain't even happened yet. Like you got, and I remember being in there and they used to always say, oh man, they running out of space. They never ran out of space.
Never run out of space. In the county, they'll stack your body up on top of one another like a slave ship.
3 man to a cell, 4 men. They don't care how they got to do it. If they got to fold you in half.
See, understand people. The population boom.
Better know it.
Please understand it. And it's not political. It's real. Y'all can talk. You can act like we just talking because you haven't experienced that. We watched it. I watched it for two decades. You watched it for 2 decades.
Indeed.
And it's like we're watching this. They start off with one cell. Was made. These cells are made for one body.
Yeah.
Then they put bunk beds in every cell. So they double the population of prison.
Yeah, double capacity.
But understand, people, the prison system increased in Illinois under Democratic rule legislation. I'm not sitting here talking politics. I'm telling you that Republicans and Democrats both have a hand in what's going on with our prison system, what's going on with the funding that comes from Washington to do reentry, to do prevention, violence prevention. And that's what it's about with me.
Absolutely.
It's not about who is a Democrat, who's a Republican. It's about which party is going to serve our community, because both parties run on prison reform.
Absolutely.
Even the Republicans.
No, they used to didn't run off, but they used to
didn't.
run off, lock these
Lock them,
Negroes up.
tough on crime.
Tough on crime. Now they
94
saying
crime bill.
the cute word is reentry.
It's called, they calling it
it's real cute.
Restorative justice.
Restorative justice. That's real cute.
It's real cute.
But it's all lip service though. It's all lip service. They ain't doing nothing.
You know, man, I really right now, man, I think I was made for the 60s, man.
Right.
Because this landscape we living in with the people, bro, all
That's
they
crazy.
care about is sleeping, eating,
like dogs,
and working. It's a process, man. It's like systematic. The bomb they call the intelligent homeless guy said that everybody is in a institutionalized in a system. He said that while homeless. Said the people are institutionalized in their day-to-day activities.
Right.
We was on the Roosevelt and what's that? Des Plaines at the homeless. The tent city.
Yeah.
They got $100 million or more dollars worth of construction going on across the street
10 feet
from tent city and homelessness and garbage going on, bro. 10 feet from these people, you got people. Those people doing construction work for other. They live in other cities and states. They come to our city. They build roads and streets, but 10 feet away, our city are not concerned about building bodies and lives.
Absolutely.
I can't understand that for the life of me, how that's acceptable to have all the money in the world to build roads and highways, but none to deal with bodies and lives.
I mean, Pac said this when he was alive. He said you got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
But we crazy.
So,
they crazy.
No, they ain't crazy. I think they just got it figured out as far as like capitalizing off our bodies. You know, they just figured out a game to play where they then transfer slavery over to prison systems.
Yeah.
So you gotta
and communities.
And communities, exactly. You enslave the communities and you lock up the people and you profit off the taxpayers by selling them a dream of these people, these kids out here are dangerous and they heartless felons. Let's lock them up. Give us your tax dollars. But they ain't telling them, let's get these kids some books to read. Let's get these kids some boxing gyms. Let's get these kids some UFC centers. Let's get these kids some more resources to help them, stay off the street. They ain't saying that. They saying, let's lock them up. And that's something that's got to change.
It's gonna take us to save us.
Definitely.
That's the motto. We've said it over and over. It's gonna take us to save us. If you keep on looking to the sky for some help, all you're gonna get is rain, sleet, hail, snow. And if you keep on looking toward the ground, all you're gonna get earthquake, garbage and debris, and butt naked and out of doors, waiting on the savior that's within you.
Absolutely.
It's like you're waiting on the change you want to see, but you won't look in the mirror.
Right.
Who you looking for to come save you? God don't change the condition of a people until they change themselves.
Right. And it don't take much. Like I did a football game Saturday, and we was on the field, and after the games were over, there was a bunch of trash on the field.
Right.
And so one of the guys said something so simple. I think he was maybe one of the referees or something like that, one of the people in charge to clean up. He said, everybody just pick up one bottle or a couple bottles as you leave. And it's just that simple sometimes. Just like you said, many hands, few work. If everybody just out there just pick up one bottle that you see, one piece of trash on the ground. I mean, it's not much, but it will make an impact. I promise you it will. Just pick up something. As you see something on the ground, pick it up. Or just do your part of throwing your trash in the garbage can. If you could just do something that simple, you don't have to be the Malcolm X's of the world or, a person that's like just do your part. And all of us ain't gladiators. Some of us are just chosen to be regular people, and that's okay if you don't have a heart for certain work. But you can do your part though, and just keep your stuff in line. Like we tell the guys at the center, clean up after yourself. You don't have to clean the kitchen. Just clean up
what
after
you mess
yourself.
up.
Yeah, just clean up after yourself, and that's doing your part. Because we gonna have a guy that's gonna clean the kitchen more than everybody else. You're gonna have a guy like Ty that's gonna come along in life and just clean up everybody's mess. But if the mass majority of us just clean up after ourselves, the world would be a better place.
Well, I'm gonna implore y'all that I don't want to clean up after you. I'm tired, man. I am tired of fighting. I'm telling you that I'm not just being 100. I'm keeping it real. You get tired of fighting. I've been fighting since I come home from prison. I haven't had a vacation. Haven't had nothing. My vacation is to fight for our people.
No doubt.
But at some point, that stuff become pressing. It presses on you. It destroys you from within and from without.
Absolutely.
Because you love the people so much, you love the work so much and the mission so much that you sometimes, like the brother Bridge just said, I want to give up.
Right.
It's like the moment you want to quit, the moment you want to stop, something happened that makes you say, man, I can't stop.
Absolutely.
It's like, hey, man, can I just breathe a little bit? Can you help? Can you pick up some paper? Can you come along and do your part?
I remember something that actually my father told me, ironically. My dad told me this right before I started to come back to the center and start do a lot more work. He was like, I was telling him about you actually. He was like, man, you probably need to be with that brother a little bit more. And he said something that was profound that we all know, that the people that came before us, the generations that's before us, that imagine the things that they went through, fighting for our people. They was getting ridiculed, killed, shot at, judged, going to jail. We out here in a free world, basically able to be the change that you want to see without no repercussions, so to speak. Without what presses against you is just the weight or the burden of what you're going through, but it's no real opposition. It's just that opposition not helping us. But back in those days, they had real opposition. It's like someone trying to stop you. It's almost like a defense trying to stop you from getting in the end zone. They had real good defensive players back then. They had nooses, whips,
I would
and
say
dogs.
they got them. They got them in the form of our own people now.
Oh, indeed.
See, we
that's
knew,
always been there.
But we knew who they were. Now it's like our people are in position of authority. In Chicago right now, Mike, before we close this out, in Chicago right now, Chicago is ran by Black people.
Indeed.
The state of Illinois is peppered with Black legislators, senators, Congress people, state reps. We in the highest office, from lieutenant governor all the way to mayor, to police chief, all the way to congressmen.
Right.
All of these individuals, when we complain about the conditions of our community, I think you better start looking at next door to your community. The people that live there are quote unquote, are the people who said they represent us. It's like, for us, Mike, I'm going to just tell you 100. For us to do 2 decades in prison, then come out attempting to, working towards changing the condition of our community, because we said we going to take personal responsibility as people who supposed to be these savages, supposed to be these bad dudes. But yet these are the so-called intellectual thought leaders and world leaders of our communities.
Right.
And they don't take no responsibility.
They've been placated by gifts. I mean, the same thing that the slave traders use to get Africans to go into those lands and capture slaves. They was placated with guns and drugs, alcohol and stuff that they was, and that's the same thing. I look at it like it's almost like metaphor. But we got to close this out. I'm gonna let Ty go and close this out. We could talk about this all day, every day.
Well, as always, it's gonna take us to save us. Every Friday, every Friday, we have ECCSC at our community center. We have manhood circles. You all are welcome to come out at 12 o'clock every Friday, 610 West Root Street. That's 610 West Root Street. 610 West Root Street. You're going to get you some place cards. Then I can read them.
41st Street.
So we can come out and the circle of brotherhood. We also about for the women that's out there that have sons and from 8 to 12 and from 13 to 17, 16, we'll be having our mentor programs real soon. You'll see it. We'll post it. And we also have women's circles as well that will be starting up real soon. So stay tuned, stay posted, and we're about to get at the change we want to see. Thank you for tuning in. This is Intellectual Radio. This is the Frontline Show. See you next week. Here we are, looking life in the face.